Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It's Saturday the 18th of April 2026. I'm going to do you guys a general collective love tarot reading. See what messages we have for you. It is a collective reading, so it won't resonate for all of you. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. So what messages do we have for Gemini in love? Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini in love? Two from the top and two from the bottom. Okay, Gemini, there's some confusion, indecisiveness, something to do with stability, finances, home, perhaps commitment, perhaps family, marriage. There's a lot of, you're very torn here about which way to go with this, what to decide. Very kind of, if I go this way, it might not be right. If I go that way, it might not be right. There's something that needs to be balanced, some sort of harmony that needs to be brought to a situation. You're possibly dealing with legal matters. I mean, the Page of Swords is there. You've got, sorry, I didn't say what came out. You've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Swords in the upright, Temperance in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. So you could be looking for some sort of information, trying to find out, get some sort of advice. You could be communicating about this with, I don't know, friends, family, professional people, lawyers, or, you know, whoever you've got to go to get some advice. You could be communicating with your partner, whoever you're in connection with or a marriage with, trying to find out, learn more, looking for news or waiting for news, perhaps waiting for some sort of communication or decision to be made about something. So let's see what all these might be about for you, Gemini. Your major, sorry, excuse my throat. You've got Temperance in the reverse. Why is Temperance here in the reverse energy for Gemini in love? The Magician. So that's a very determined energy. Determined to make something happen here, create something, or make something good again, bring harmony to a situation. Sort of sitting back for a moment, or not knowing quite what to do, but knowing and being determined that you have it within you and you have everything you need to make it good again, bring harmony or sort this out, whatever it is. Excuse me, I just lit some incense and it's hit me right on the back of the throat. So, Page of Swords. Why is the Page of Swords here for Gemini in love? Three of Swords. So there could be a separation, a breakup, or you're going through some pain, some loss, some grief. Perhaps about a connection, or perhaps a friend, a family member. Apologies if that's the case. Something's painful. Perhaps there's been some separation or disagreement within a connection, partnership, marriage. And you're kind of just dealing with it all at the moment. But determined to get through it. Determined. Processing it, yet determined to, you know, get to the other side of whatever it is. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse for Gemini in love? Page of Cups. So that's a bit of page energy so far. You're thinking, your emotions are a bit up in the air. You're waiting for something to come good again. I mean, perhaps there's a separation with your person and you're kind of waiting to make the peace, come back together, come back into union, make harmony with each other. There's a very dreamy, sort of fantasizing energy here. Sort of your head's in the clouds, or someone's head's in the clouds with this. Perhaps your imagination is running a bit wild, thinking about it all. I'm getting the energy of, for those that are in a longer term commitment, I'm getting the energy of a sort of deflated energy. Sort of a pigs might fly. Is this ever going to be sorted out? Is this ever going to resolve itself? Is this ever going to come back into harmony again? Apologies if you can hear my washing machine in the background. Things to do and clothes to wash and all that. I don't know whether to pause it or not. I don't know. I can't. Oh no, it stopped. There you go. This is real life, folks. Daily chores don't stop for tarot. Right, Two of Swords in reverse energy. Why is it here for Gemini in love? Three of Pentacles in reverse. So communication might not be great between you and your person, or within this situation. Perhaps you're struggling to see eye to eye, or just generally have a conversation about it all. Or there's some advice here. There's some advice that needs to be taken, or advice that someone's not taking. Or you're not working together on something here. Perhaps you feel like you're doing it all alone. Ten of Cups in the upright has just come out. So, yeah. Could be something to do with marriage, family. But I'm getting more the energy of it's about bringing back harmony. Bringing back peace. Bringing back happiness. Bringing this union, this family, this marriage back together to a happier place. So why is the Page of Cups here for Gemini in love? Six of Swords. Moving on, but that could also mean moving on from sort of a rough time to a more calm kind of place, moving on from choppy waters into more peaceful waters, transitioning from whatever this is and bringing peace and harmony, moving on to better times, moving on to Ten of Cups, moving on to happiness. For some of you, or for one of you, you're questioning Page of Cups energy. You're thinking about love, emotions, and what makes you happy, and who makes you happy. And sort of, you're not in a very happy place within love at the moment, and perhaps the partners, the lovers, the people that you're choosing to take as a lover, a person, a wife, a husband, you know, you're just kind of thinking about it all. Maybe about past heartbreak, things that haven't gone right in the past. And you're thinking about, well, what makes you happy? Who would make you happy? How you're going to manifest your Ten of Cups, happy ever after. Three of Swords. Why is it here for Gemini in love? Judgment. Yeah, coming to an awakening. Thinking about the past, the present, the future. Actions and consequences, coming to an awakening. Perhaps, you know, mulling it all over, thinking about it and bringing it all into a perspective. And trying not to get too carried away with your imagination, a fantasy. Trying to bring it back to realistic sort of energy. What are you getting carried away with? What are you, or are you in an idealism? Are you thinking in an ideal? What's the ideal? But are you getting carried away with that ideal? Why is the Magician here for Gemini in love? Seven of Swords. All right, so for one of you, some of you, whoever it resonates for, you could have been connected to someone where there's been some deceit, some lies, some sort of sneaky behavior. It's brought you pain, loss, heartbreak. And I keep looking at this Page of Cups. It's someone, you feel someone has deceived you with their emotions. They're very dreamy, romantic. Perhaps you thought that they and you were heading for a Ten of Pentacles and a Ten of Cups together, and it hasn't worked out that way. Or they wasn't sure how they felt, or they sort of told you they felt one way but acted in a complete other way. Could be something to do with money as well. I keep looking at that Ten of Pentacles. Perhaps there's been some sort of deceit with money here. Someone hasn't been truthful and honest about money, finances. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Why is it here for Gemini in love? Two of Swords in reverse. So someone is very stuck. Needing to make a decision, but really not sure what decision to make for the best. Perhaps you're trying to make a decision for your family here, for the best outcome for everyone involved. Perhaps you're needing to talk about this, communicate about this, but you can't have a conversation, you can't communicate about it until you know how you feel and what you think and what the best course of action is going to be. Why is the Ten of Cups here for Gemini in love? The Star. Hopeful energy. Hopeful that things will turn out good. Things will resolve. Harmony will be, or for some of you, you're hopeful that they're after some sort of heartbreak or separation. You're hopeful that you'll be happy with this person again, that you can get through whatever it is you're going through, and you'll be, you know, healed, renewed, and you can kind of start all over again in a fresh, harmonious and peaceful energy. So, the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Gemini in love? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Resistance to walking away, fearful of walking away, or needing to walk away but still resisting doing so. Someone here is very indecisive about staying with a connection or walking away. Someone, I'm getting the energy as well, someone is thinking about walking away from a connection and their other half doesn't know that they're thinking about it. They're kind of keeping it a secret. They're keeping it to themselves, possibly being strategic, figuring it all out in their mind before they make any real decisions here, but all the while kind of keeping it to themselves. I'm getting that quite strongly. Why is Judgment here for Gemini in love? Knight of Swords. Not wanting, or perhaps, I mean, Knight of Swords, that's rushing in with a decision, with a communication. But not wanting to make any impulsive decisions or say anything too quickly before you thought about it logically. And for some of you, perhaps someone rushed in with communication to you and it ended your connection, ended something, or you feel that someone has made an impulsive decision. Or perhaps you feel you've made an impulsive decision with regards to a connection, or communicated too quickly, you spoke before you thought about it. I'm also getting that someone Someone's on the verge of communicating something. They're on the verge, but it's a contradictory sort of energy. They're on the verge of making a decision or communicating something, and they really want to say something, but they're also really stuck in their head about it. They're not sure if this would be the right thing to say or that would be the right thing to say. Why is Six of Swords here for Gemini in love? The High Priestess. There is a secrecy energy here, but I'm getting someone is trying to, there's something here about needing to know more. Something is hidden. There is a secrecy energy here. Someone's keeping something to themselves. There's also an energy of needing to listen to one's intuition to make the right decision, and not having enough information yet to make a right decision. Someone could also be spying on someone in secret. Someone here is watching someone's actions, behaviour, what they're up to, because they're not trusting them. Two of Swords in reverse. Why is it here twice for Gemini in love? Ace of Wands. So, a new beginning. A new passionate beginning. But as well, that could be a spark of wanting to take action with something here. The Magician, the Ace of Wands. I'm getting quite strongly that this is about making a change. This is about making a change, a determination to make a change. Why is the Star here for Gemini in love? Nine of Wands in the upright. Defensive. Who's defensive? Someone's... Or you could be defending yourself, or someone's trying to defend themselves, or someone's being defensive when you're trying to communicate about this. Three of Pentacles in reverse up there. You could be trying to talk to someone about something here, and they're getting very defensive, or they're being very secretive, or they're not really wanting to communicate about it. Or they're kind of, yeah, they're getting defensive because they know that they're up to no good, or something's been, you know, there's some sort of secrecy or deceit there. Right, I'll clarify a couple more, and then I'll probably leave it there, Gemini, because I think the messages have come out for you. Why is the High Priestess here for Gemini in love? The Chariot in reverse. Something's out of control, out of balance, stuck or delayed, or going in no real direction. Ace of Wands. Why is it here for Gemini in love? The High Priestess again. There's someone here who's connected to someone. You don't trust them, and that's why you're not starting something with them. You don't trust their feelings, you don't trust their emotions, you don't trust what they say, you don't trust how they act. They're very secretive. Knight of Swords. The Emperor. And someone's on the brink of making a decision. Eight of Cups in reverse. Justice. Wowzers. Oh, this is strong energy. This is strong energy. Could be to do with marriage for some of you. Perhaps divorce, legal matters. Money, finances, legalities. I'm getting that someone's being a bit secretive about money or assets. I'm getting that for someone. Someone's hiding the assets that they've got, or the money that they've got, or the true value of exactly what they've got and how much of it they've got. 9 of Wands. The Sun in reverse, yeah. Could be unhappiness for some, you know, some of you are unhappy in all this that's going on, and it could be as well that someone, again, is hiding something. They're very secretive about something. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one there, Gemini, because I don't want to keep repeating myself. The energy is quite strong with this. Shall I put them into their suits? I'm going to put them into their suits purely because the High Priestess is here twice. And my curiosity is just, like, really strong. Whether Spirit will give me any more messages or not, or whether Spirit will tell me to mind my own business. I've, you know, been told enough. We'll see. So let me just put them into their suits one moment. I'm getting here. There was a decision that was made that someone thought was unfair. But there's hope here. Someone's being hopeful that a decision, this will turn fair again. It's something to do with money. Someone's very determined to... Someone's very determined to turn a situation round in order for it to be a fair outcome. There's something here to do with money. Definitely money. And shared assets, shared finances. There could be some legalities involved here. Someone's got away with something, or trying to get away with something, or being very sort of, yeah, sneaky, but more strategic. I'm getting someone's having to be very strategic. Someone's watching someone because they feel like they're up to no good. Their imagination's running a bit wild, but they're staying logical about it. They're not letting their emotions get too out of hand. They're trying to keep their head balanced, logical. Someone's come to some sort of awakening. They've realised something, and now they're rushing forward to communicate, make a decision. This involves family. Someone is thinking of their family in all of this, and their family's future, their family's stability. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one there, Gemini. There's quite a lot here. And I don't want to keep repeating myself. But yeah, I'll leave that there. Hope it resonated. Hope it helped. Thank you for tuning in. Lots of love, best wishes, and see you next time. Bye-bye.